Matsri Jay Bharat. It's most natural for people to be comfortable, or it's most natural for people to seek comfort. I'm not speaking in terms of the hedonistic theories that men seeks pleasure, therefore men ought to seek pleasure. I'm not saying that. I'm telling it's natural for people to seek comfort. So, how one can be comfortable? There are many ways, but then I'm just speculating that how one can be comfortable. Uh, from my thinking, I feel that one of the shortest and the best method for man to be comfortable is to be honest with oneself. This honesty and all is hardly taught. I don't know, it's not appropriately taught. I have this impression that they are not imparted. It should have been coming from the families and the classrooms, and then from society, and then of course the individual observes the other things which are perceivable, which are epoch making, that impact making, things happening around. And once one finds the elements of honesty, then of course one naturally get to be honest. But these things don't really take place in the real sense of the term. It doesn't take place. We know it, you know it, I know it. So for a person to be comfortable in life, that he has to be honest to himself at least. Don't. I'm not asking you to be honest to someone else, honest to anything else. If that is possible, that's the ideal situation. That you have to be honest, per se honest. That's an ideal situation. But at least be honest to yourselves, which means do not involve in self-deception. People do involve in self-deception for all kinds of things. We see it. We experience it. All kinds of self-deceptions, and the highest self-deception comes to a saying that I'm the best. I'm the best and nothing else is the best. And I'm absolutely right and everyone else is wrong. This is one archetype synthetic unity of self-deception, where all rough things are put together, all anachronistic things are put together too into a self-deception that I am the best. But there are some people, here it's important, there are some people who know that one is not the best, but yet one pauses to be the best and imposes himself or herself as the best to others. This is self-deception. Consciously, knowingly, but without being conscientious, one imposes himself as the best. In spite of his awareness that he is not the best. This is, of course, in other words, we may call it as pretension. But here it is self-deception, and one is being dishonest to oneself. There's an instance, way back, wow, in my younger days, very younger days, I was into the beginning of my teaching career. Something took place, and the senior person in the faculty was asking me to do something, and I was actually rather surprised that someone has asked me something of this sort. Then unknowingly, inadvertently, without being conscious, the reply that came from into me, which I spoke to him, was that, sir, I will be honest to myself. I did not know. I never thought about being honest to myself in the past, I'm sure. But there, when these discussions came, it came out of my mouth that I would be honest to myself. I didn't want to offend anyone, hurt anyone, but then that expression shook him visibly. I've seen it. Nothing else happened, nothing had gone wrong, nothing became worse, bad. But then that situation, I said this and he didn't say anything. He couldn't even smile. Then I sat for some time and walked. It just went off. Anyway, that incident was over there. The incident did not extend itself beyond some point. But perhaps that's the first time in my life I said someone else that I would be honest to myself. And I think that was the last time also. Then thereafter that I never had an opportunity to speak to anyone that I will be honest to myself, or I wish to be honest to myself. But the situation was very critical at that time. Details are unnecessary and warranted. But then So, once you're honest to yourself, once you learn to be honest to yourselves, at least you can be comfortably looking at mirror other than through a self-deception. So this would, I'm sure, and I think so, this would bring comfort in life. Be honest to yourselves. Come what may, you don't bother about the repercussions and reactions of someone else. Come what may, you try to be honest to yourselves, and you'll be comfortable. At least some comfort in life, than all other things which are uncomfortable, maybe uncomfortable around, but at least you won't be comfortable, and you'll have good sleep. You surely will have good sleep. So till we meet again with some other thought, it's Namaste, Jai Bharat and Jai Shri Ram.